Paige. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
How did you get into theater?
How did I get into theater? Well, I don't know if we're talking about, like, professional theater right now, but definitely my sisters, Peyton Parker, and I used to write musicals as...
Write musicals? Yeah. So what kind of musicals were these? Were these Disney kind of musicals, or what?
I don't know. There was one about, like, a magic feather. I don't know. They were really weird. But I think that's just kind of how, like... I mean, as a kid, I went into everything, like, all kinds of sports, everything.
Yeah, what kind of sports? Yeah.
I did track, softball, soccer, swimming, like, you name it.
Still do it?
I did it. No, basically, it's like I did all these things and then realized this is what I'm good at. Like, this is
but you enjoy, but you played it and you're okay? It's just that it wasn't your passion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought I was going to do track in high school, actually. Yeah. I ended up, one day, my coach was like, you look like a long jumper. And, like, obviously, I was more of a dancer. Like, I would leap over hurdles, and they were like, you need to stop smiling and, like, pointing your toes as you go over. Like,
what's wrong with smiling as you're going across?
I don't know, but they were like, you know, work on, like, getting low, because I would, like, leap like a gazelle over the hurdles. I don't even know. But, my coach was like, yeah, you look like a long jumper. And so I was like, I've never done that in my life. And he's like, well, you're doing it at the meet tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And so I ended up doing that and actually ended up, like, taking a pretty high position, like, and I pursued that and would get, like, first consistently at all the meets, and I would intimidate everyone because I would, like, drop into my splits and stuff, and all the girls were like, but they're like, she doesn't belong here, she belongs there.
Well, so you say you smiled across the jumps. You seem like guys who seem like a pretty happy family. Where does that come from?
My parents really, like, we come from, like, both sides, honestly. I have, like, so many cousins on both sides. We just have so many, like, fun family memories and just, like, my parents as kids, we always do fun things and, like, go have picnics by the lake and it's just a great family. My mom loves to sing. My dad, I think, tolerates it. Like,
well, he doesn't sing?
He sings at church, but like not in a performance. Like, we were always like, Dad, you should do like a musical with us or something. And he's like,
because we always need guys, you know how that is.
He's like, I'll come and watch. I mean, he's come and seen every single one of these shows.
Yeah, we noticed that.
And
not that that's a surprise. I mean, he's got to bring, right?
Yeah,
I
mean, he's like, I get really excited when he gets into it too, because he's like, I noticed that Elle crossed stage right today instead of stage left to do this and stuff, and I'm like, you're watching.
He would be a perfect tech guy, because when we go there, we're going, like, please don't do that. It's like, now she's moving this way. What are we supposed to do? And we have to adjust the lights.
No, I think he's seen it so many times. He's like, I mean, he loves, like, watching us on stage or something, but sometimes we, like, tend to bring the stage home to our... Like,
yes, we noticed. I hear, like, at the dinner table, you guys break into songs.
He's like, can we have one dinner without breaking? And, like, everything is a song reference. Everything.
Oh, but of course.
And everything is, like, a musical reference, so, like, we'll break into a monologue. Or, like, just, like, start singing, like, our own solo and stuff, and then usually, like, you know, there's three of us, so we, like, harmonize, all this stuff.
So if we're playing a game and you have a certain mood, you could pick a line from this show right now that would express that mood perfectly.
Right now?
Anything. Probably not right here doing an interview, but yeah, that sounds like you guys do that anyway.
Yeah,
on the cuff.
I don't know. I'd probably say, in the shower. That was always stuck in my head every single time that Denise does that. I always think of that. And Mom was like, I think that's a good line. That's a good line.
So when did you start theater? At what age?
Officially starting, like, performing, probably, I don't know how old I was, but I was in the show choir, probably, like, 6, 7, sort of. And that's kind of, like, where I got the feel of, like, performing in front of people. Sure. It was called Showtime. It was a great thing. We did all kinds of fun songs and stuff. And then I got into actual theater whenever I did Center Stage, which is in Kingwood, and that was a great place. We did a ton of shows there. My breakout role as a Chihuahua in 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, I still remember my lines and my sombrero. Like, that was my big moment. That was when the crowd knew that this Chihuahua only has one line, but she's gonna be a star. That's what I knew. I still, like, recite that line today. I was like, that was my big moment. Yeah. But anyways, and then we did Sleeping Beauty as Merryweather and Sleeping Beauty. We did Annie as Pepper and Annie, which really wasn't a hard role to play because, like, Pepper was always fighting with Molly, which is what Parker played. And so they're like, you guys just, like, hit each other here, like, fight. We're like, okay, like, easy.
Wait.
Like, like they're like little orphans and stuff, and Pepper's always mad at Molly for something, and so it's like really easy to like embody that sort of character. Really like feel what I was supposed to feel there, and we did Willy Wonka. That was a great place. I did a ton of shows at Center Stage, and that's where we met Sarah Preisler, who's like our sister, P4 is what we call her. And then from there, I guess we went into Tuts for a little while, Theater Under the Stars. Took classes there for a year, loved it. Great people there, and no shows actually came through that year. You know how like if shows come through, then like the kids from the school can try out for it. But we did end up going to Junior Theater Festival in Atlanta, Georgia, and launched like the Little Mermaid junior version of it. I was a Quada, a mermaid. It was very fun, like really fun experience. All sorts of like all the theater people there. So like anything you said, like they'll break out into the show reference too. They know what you're talking about. Like, so that was great. Went into high school, and there's a big controversy going into my high school because at my high school you can't participate in the drill team and the choir at the same time.
Okay.
Which I think St. Agnes, like, we should be able to do that because I want to do choir too. But anyways, so it was a big decision because Peyton was in choir, you know?
Right.
So it was like, are you going to try out for choir? And like, she was like choir president at the time. And so I was like a freshman. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I ended up choosing dance. And so I was sort of that side of it. And they let us try out for the musical that year. So it was Anything Goes. Yes. But we couldn't be in it as, like, roles. We had to be just dancers just because, like, the schedules were crazy. We had to, like, come at different times. So I ended up choreographing that musical. Like, I came to it just, like, thinking I was just going to be in it. And I ended up choreographing it with a senior, which can present some challenges when you're a freshman and everyone else is older than you and, like, you just got there.
So why did you get chosen to do this?
I don't know. I always have loved tap. I learned a lot of that from Tuts. I love doing tap. And I think that the senior was, like, doing stuff. And she realized that, like, I kind of knew how to tap, too. And, like, I knew all of the people that were in the musical mostly because Peyton's friends. Like, so I was, like, all my friends were seniors. So, yeah, I guess one day she just asked me if I wanted to help with a number, and then it became, like, 3 numbers, and then, like, 7 numbers, and then we were just doing it together, you know?
just doing it right.
Yeah, so that was a really fun experience, but teaching high schoolers is something else, like, especially when they're all on taps. And, like, so, and the musical that we're doing this year is actually tap again, and so I'm like, they're like, aren't you so excited? There's, like, 7 guy leads, like, aren't you so excited to teach us tap again? And I was like, oh, so excited. Yeah, so that was a really fun musical.
So you consider yourself actor, dancer, singer?
That's a hard one. I mean, obviously, I like all of them. I probably do the most of dancing. Yeah. I dance, like, every day at my school and stuff. I've been to, like, so many camps this summer. I actually sprained my ankle this summer. I was on crutches for, like, half the summer. And it was, like, a huge, like, thing, like, was I going to do Legally Blonde, all this stuff? Because, like, I had a huge pink cast on. And I was like, well... But then, I think I came in with that pink cast and Tina was like, like, this is not going to work. But, we kind of like realized that I could like pick up the choreography from the floor, like watch and be like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to be then, all this stuff. And, so yeah, I came back from that. So that was kind of a big ordeal this summer. Yeah. What was the question?
The language of dance. Let's talk about the language of dance, because most of us aren't dancers. That's not what we do. But you guys obviously have your own lingo. Yeah. A shorthand, if you will. Yeah. And when I always think of, one of my favorite movies, like The Goodbye Girl. And the scene where she hasn't been dancing for a while and she's auditioning again for dance. And of course, the choreographer gets out there and says, okay, here we go. And he spots a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's do it. Performance level now, let's go.
That's pretty much how
Can we go back to the first?
It's like they teach you and they're like, go perform it. That's part of it though, having to be able to pick up choreography on the spot and be like, now I'm on stage. Yeah. Like, now I'm performing it. So yeah, it definitely is like, one of my favorite things to do. Probably acting and singing would be like tied after that because I'm always told that like my facials are like when everything that I'm doing, like I always loved, I usually play the funny characters. Yes. Sort of my forte, like, I don't know, I could probably like try to be serious. Maybe. I don't know how well that would work out, but yeah, and I love to sing. I was always in choir at my school, and right now I'm actually in the music ministry at my school, so I can't be in choir, but I like found out a way that I can, like, we sing at mass and all this stuff, and So I'm going to be helping out with that group this year. That's a really fun thing to do. So doing it all, like, at the same time. So that's good to keep it all up at the same time.
So what do you do when you're not singing, dancing, and acting?
When am I not doing that? I don't know. That's what I'm doing all the time. I hang out with my friends. I live in Kingwood, which is, like, really far away from, since I go to St. Agnes Academy, so that's a big, all my friends call it Narnia.
You're in Narnia.
Because I live so far away. But yeah, I love to hang out with my friends. I mean, my sisters were always doing crazy things. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of my life. Like, dance is life, theater's life. It's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you write your own journal? A blog, whatever?
I do, really? But it's not really like a public.
Well, no, it's for you, right?
Yeah.
It's for you.
I like write.
So how long you been doing that?
I don't know. I try to do it as much as I can, but you know, like how you get busy and you're like, it's 2 a.m. and I've got to be up in 2 hours, like sort of thing. I don't really like run on sleep. I don't really know.
It's overrated. You don't need to sleep.
Yeah,
maybe not.
I don't really sleep. I'm sort of like a nocturnal animal of the night person. But so I try writing my journal as much as I can. But I mean, it's definitely like a me thing because it's like any thought that pops into my head, I'm like just like. Not like a Dear Diary sort of thing. I don't really.
Yeah, but if you look back at your earliest writings,
oh my gosh, I'm so
what would
weird.
You tell yourself?
I'm like, why are you so weird? Like
weird, like what?
I don't know, just the things that I would say. I think I went through like a tomboy phase, and so I was like, it was so
Wait a minute,
gnarly.
How could you go through a tomboy phase? You don't need guys in your dad. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Maybe there's like too much like femininity in my family. I was like,
well, this is interesting because you're the middle kid.
Yeah.
So. The youngest one usually gets to do whatever the hell they want. And the oldest one gets all the responsibility put on them. Yeah. And the middle one can be sometimes forgotten.
Kind of just there.
So, how are you different from your sisters?
Oh, I'm pretty different from them. I think they would tell you. I don't know. I've always been the one. I mean, Peyton's always been like kind of the calm one of the three. I mean, she's always like laughing and stuff with us, but I mean, not like serious, but
no.
I don't know. I've always been like sort of the crazy one. Like, I mean, like my sister would be like, "Yeah, Paige is the weird one. She's definitely like the weird one of the family." I'm always like the one cracking jokes and all this stuff, and I like take my responsibility and sort of do whatever the hell I want. So it's like sort of a mix of the both. I think it's the best of both worlds. Like, also especially because in like the whole scheme of schools. Like, I always have a friend. So, like, when Peyton went to high school, I had Parker. But then I went to high school, and I had Peyton. And then Parker was by herself. So, it's like, I've always got the friend, and I'm like an older sister and a younger sister at the same time. It's great. It's a great life I live.
Well, you described Peyton. So, what was Parker then? If you're the weird one, and she's the business, I know you all guys are all fun, and you always seem like you're laughing, and everything's movie reference, or in this case, a musical reference. Yeah. What is Parker then?
Parker... I don't even know what Parker is. I feel like Parker was born at the age 23. Like, she's always
Yes,
like,
I kind of feel that too. I was like, wait a minute, who are you?
I'm like, you're like 5. Like, I still think she's 7. We made her this poster of like a 7 whenever it was her 7th birthday. It's still on her door. So it's like, I always just think that she's 7. I don't know. Yes. But anyways, she's not 7, even though she looks like it. Yeah. I don't even know. We used to like...
She doesn't talk like that.
Whenever she was little, we had this like TV show that we would like always, when the camera's not even there and you're always like, playing to the camera. Well, we had this like reality TV show for Parker because she'd be like 5 or something, and like Peyton would be having like some sort of problem at school or like would be having boy problems or something, and she's like, well, I think that you should just talk about your feelings or like some like sort of profound thing from this 5-year-old, and we're like. And that's why, like, look at the camera, like, that's why. Ask Parker. Like, that was the TV show. And she'd be like, guys, stop. Like, but no, that's always been her. She's always been, like, way younger.
Well, she said you guys,
so
that usually the youngest one grows up so fast because they see these older siblings doing stuff and they want to do that stuff.
Yeah, she skipped, like, the whole Dora phase. She went straight to, like, I don't even know, like, Barbie or something. I was like,
she said that, actually. She did that, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't
like that Elmo stuff. She wanted to go straight to Barbie, and she was, I don't know how
I was like, Elmo was a classic. Like, you can't skip that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's always been Parker. Like, I was, like, trying to hang with the older girls. Like, I mean, she's always been, like, whenever our friends are over and stuff, she'll, like, hang right in there and stuff. And you kind of forget that she's also, like, 13. Like, I think she is 13. No, yeah, she's 13.
You think?
Maybe we should cut this part out. Maybe we shouldn't use this. But yeah.
So you got to travel for different competitions, something that you do?
We went to, so our dance team, we don't travel as much for competitions. We got to go to Chicago this year.
Yes.
We went on it's always called the choir tour, but this year we made it like the choir dance tour. Yeah. Which was super fun. We got to go just like tour all around Chicago, take dance classes from all these different crazy characters. This is one guy who like identified with a cat. And so, as he taught us, he was like, really get that stretch, meow. Like, he was like, you really want to feel the movement, purr. Like,
what are we doing, cats now? I mean, what's going on?
I don't even know, but like, I mean, you meet people like that in the world all the time when they're like teaching you, and so I'm like, you are a crazy character, but I'm learning a lot from you, so I'm gonna go with it.
And maybe he was in that cat that was downstairs that got lost on below the stage.
Yeah, the cat that got lost yesterday.
That's a first.
That was my favorite. I was like behind my little window, like waiting to pop it open, start the show and stuff, and they're like, we're missing a cat. I was like, I'm sorry.
Could you wait for a moment?
Open my window. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, no, yeah, that was funny. But yeah, Chicago was a blast. We got to see Matilda, which was sort of a self-esteem lowering thing because there were all these like younger kids that were like fabulous, and I was like, you're so great right now. Like, I need to step up my game here. So, no, yeah, but that was great, and it was an awesome thing to see and tour for our team. It was great.
Yeah, you guys can do it backstage tours when you were there.
We actually got to talk to some of the cast. Yes. Like some of the people came out, and like I like didn't know what to say. I was like, I love you. like there's this one guy who plays the like the salsa dancer, like, you know, the mom, she has like her salsa partner Matilda or whatever, and this one part he just like drops into the splits, and I was like usually like you don't see that many guys drop it right into the splits. I was like, can you show us again?
Oh,
he did, so that was awesome.
Not even gonna get close to that.
Why don't you demonstrate? We can move the chairs.
I'm not demonstrating. But we did. There is a stewardess that did a fan dance for us. She lives locally. She can do a split down and up in roller skates.
Oh my gosh!
Without without supports or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Without like.
Just gotta go. No hands. No, just. Boom, boom.
I've tried that so many times. I've pulled so many muscles, and like my friends are like, "Stop! What are you doing?" Because I'll like drop in the splits and be like, "Ready? Wait for it!" And then like tries to come up and like comes up like an inch, and then it's like, "Oh, you guys see that? That was close." We're making progress here.
Oh well, she also high kicks the overhead bins on the airplane.
Right.
Yeah, she's been on 60 Minutes, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what she does. Keeps people
awesome.
amused. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that anytime soon either.
I think we should just have a talent show right here. Just like dropping your splits.
Maybe not. Let's not say we did. So what do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
That I haven't done yet? I really like show-wise.
Show-wise, yeah. Music-wise, dance-wise, yeah.
Well, like, I really, really, really wanted to see Alexander Hamilton whenever the original cast was there.
That's not gonna happen.
I know.
Not gonna happen.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, if you're watching this,
yeah,
I love you.
Maybe he'll come back, but maybe.
They said he's gonna make like surprise appearances.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, and if I become rich, I'll just spend my money.
Have you seen how much those tickets are? I mean, I thought Book of Mormon was bad.
Well, my friend and I were gonna go this summer, and like my friend's like some crazy smart guy and thing, and he like researched on the internet, and we found tickets for $400.
Yeah, I know. It's
which is like
$400.
Well, like $400 is like a lot, but like for Hamilton tickets, we were like sold. Like it was like back row, but we're like, these are awesome seats. Like that's like my favorite thing. Hamilton, probably. I listen to Hamilton all the time. Like I know every single word to every rap. Like that's what I would want to see. Like, and in my life, like I guess my dream role would be Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton. Just kidding. I'd want to be on like one of the Schuyler sisters, or just be in the show, because like there would be no like line memorizing any of this. Like I already know the whole
got
thing.
It down?
Like just like put me in, I'll be Angelica. Like,
well, that's kind of interesting because I remember was it day one we're doing rehearsals for Legally Blonde, and people already know the lyrics.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I know, they were like handing us music, and I was like, we all know this. Like, we all sing this all the time. We've been preparing our whole lives for this musical. No, I mean, it's like a popular musical. And like, if we did like Hamilton here, There'd be no competition. It would just they'd be like, we don't even need to hold auditions, Paige. Hamilton. My hair used to be really long, but once I cut it short, Parker was like, you know, if you like put your hair back in a ponytail, you could pass for Lynn. Like, you could be Hamilton. I don't know. I'd have to like practice his voice, but like, yeah, I think that would definitely be the next big thing for me.
So why is it so big? Because he's done this type of format before.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, Bring
now?
It On is like really similar.
Or In the Heights, but why now? Yeah.
I don't know. It's really so. The idea of it, like making like a U.S. history musical, like I never thought. Like usually I'd be like U.S. history. Like, are you kidding?
Boring.
Like, yeah, and I mean that's what I thought. My friend was actually like. Months and months before I started listening to it, she's like, you gotta listen to this music. And that's how you get hooked, you know? You're like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Musical about Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, how good could that be?
Yeah, sounds really lame. And then, like, I remember the first song I listened to is, like, Room Where It Happens, and I was like, okay, this is kind of good. Mm-hmm. And then you start, like, listening to the whole thing, and then you, like, don't stop listening, and then you memorize the whole thing, and then you cry all the time when, like, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story comes on, and, like, I mean, I don't know, it's just something about like every single I really like how in every single song he finds a way to like weave another one of the songs into the song, like nonstop. At the very end of it, like the song Nonstop, you find like 6 songs and you're like, this is genius, like Lynn is genius, and just like the clarity of the raps and like the high speed pace of it. I mean, I'm always playing Hamilton in the car and my mom's like, can we have a minute of like I can't hear myself think, and I'm like, you don't need to think, just Hamilton. That's all you need.
So how many times have you been to New York? Yeah.
Only once, actually. Mm-hmm. And it was a long time ago. I saw The Little Mermaid, which is also one of my favorite. Like, Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. Yeah. Like, that's another dream role. Like, I know she's, like, kind of serious, but, like, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, all her lines already. It would be the same thing. They'd be, like, walking in the first day, and I'd be like, look at this stuff. Like, I already know this whole thing, guys. But, so we saw Little Mermaid, and I just remember I was, like, really young, and, like, my family was like, oh, King Crighton, like, his abs were, like, so great, all this stuff. We're sitting at the dinner table, and I was, like, I don't know, I was, like, 6 or something, and I was, like, I don't know what abs are, but, this guy's got them. Like, as we're flipping through the playbill, that was, like, my one-liner of that year, like, everyone was like, where did that even come from? I was like, I don't know, like, but yeah, Little Mermaid was great. It was another thing I'd want to, like, go back and see again. You know, I just live in New York, like, no problem.
Yeah. So when do you have time to be still?
To be still? I don't know. There's, like, I feel like we're all moving so fast these days. Like, it's hard to be still. And I mean, people are always like, you're so hyper, like, you're so interactive all the time. But, you know, like, we all need our time to, like, sit back, like, relax. I mean, probably at night, I just, like, have my wind down time. I'm like, I could be doing things all day, and then I get home with my phone, I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna go lock myself in my room and, like, watch a little Netflix, like, do a little
So what do you watch when you binge watch something?
Netflix? Okay, Gossip Girl is, like, my favorite show. I loved Gossip Girl. I love Chuck Bass. Yeah, he's a great one. But, I actually, like, didn't have a Netflix until, like, way, like, freshman year probably, and so like everyone's been watching Netflix since like they were little, which is probably smart of my parents to like not like give us a Netflix at age 5, because that's all we would do. Like, I feel like whenever we were kids we'd play like board games and stuff, and like now like every single, like my little cousin, every single time I see him he's like on some
that's
like,
mostly
device.
What you see now. What was the board game you'd play? Favorite board game?
Board games, I don't know, we'd play Monopoly a lot, and like Disney Monopoly, of course.
Oh, of course, yes.
Like, no question. And then we played this, like, complicated game called Mousetrap. I never ended up, like, actually knowing how to play it, but it was, like, all these complicated contraptions, and, like, I never actually knew how to play it. It just looked fun, and so I should try it. And we never end up finishing it.
So when do you have dark moments, and how do you deal with them?
Dark moments? Oh, man, we're getting deep here. Dark moments, probably, I get really stressed out, like, anxious, anxiety a lot, so,
About what?
Probably about, like, realizing that, like, it is, like, this time of the morning, like, 3 a.m., and I'm still, like, getting things done. Wait a minute,
3 a.m.? We're supposed to be sleeping.
Oh, I'm never sleeping. I'm never asleep. Like, I'm a very big procrastinator.
Yeah.
I procrastinate things all the time, and, like, I try not to. That's my goal of this year. Like, this school year, I'm not going to procrastinate anything.
So you procrastinate because you've got so much to do, and something else keeping you busy, or is there just something you just don't want to do, and so it waits the last moment?
Maybe a little bit of both, and so it just adds up to this, like, whole... Because, I mean, I dance before and after school.
Right.
And after school goes to, like, 4:30, and, you know, if you leave, like... St. Agnes on Bel Air at 4:30. I'm not gonna get home till
6?
Yeah, till really late. And then you know you get home and you're like, oh, now I get to take like my hour for myself. But then that turns into like 2 hours, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's like 12 a.m. and I gotta do something. Like, yeah. So that's probably a really big procrastinator, and I get stressed out. You know what I think could help with that? I really want a puppy. I tell my mom that all the time. She's like,
but your dad's gonna insist it's gotta be a guy, right? It's gonna be a boy puppy,
yeah,
right?
He wants like a big puppy.
And a big guy, not just
I want like a little.
You know, no, he's gonna be big,
bruiser.
Right?
Yeah.
Dad's gonna want the big one. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I think they'd be so nice to like walk in and just like have a little puppy come and run to me. So distressing, right? That's what I explained to my mom. I've made like multiple PowerPoints of like why is it logical that we
PowerPoint? Why you have to have a dog?
You gotta get your point across somehow. You know what I mean? If I like make this huge thing, then like they'll listen. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you want to do now that you know your sister's up in college? Where do you want to go?
Oh, that seems to be the question, doesn't it?
Well, you still got time. I mean, it's not
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no idea. Like, I haven't really gone into, like, a whole bunch of, like, college sourcing yet. Like, I mean, I've taken the PSAT or whatever and, like, all that boring stuff. But as for colleges, like, I mean, I probably should have, like, whenever Peyton was, like, searching for colleges or whatever, I was, like, in the 7th grade, 8th grade sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't need to worry about this, but, like, now it's here, and so... Yeah. I mean...
Still got time, yeah.
Yeah, like, I haven't put a ton of thought into that. I just know I want a good education, probably good dance team, good school colors.
Good school colors, you gotta be coordinated.
That's very important. Like... I could probably not go somewhere where I have to wear orange. I really like orange, so.
Okay, so you want me going to UT?
Like, the burnt orange is nice. Oh, my mom went to UT.
Yeah?
Yeah. The burnt orange is nice. I like the burnt orange. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Colors are a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't really put in that much thought of it, and Peyton's definitely like, Tulsa's a great school. Go Tulsa and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know yet. I haven't looked at any other school. I mean, whenever I was little, I was like, obviously I'm going to NYU, like, first thought, I'm going to New York, like, duh, but, I mean, who knows, I don't know where it's going to take me, so.
No, you still got time, so you still got time, and you sometimes you be open to schools, because you never know what's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I hear that a lot of friends, they probably talk about where they're going to go, right? And
yeah, I have friends that were like, it was like the first day of 8th grade, and they're like, stand up if you know where you want to go to college. And my best friend was like, yes, me. And I was like, I don't know. I was going to like stand up and like make up some college, but I was like, I have no idea. Like, yeah, there are definitely people who are like set, like know where they're going to go, but that's not me. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Like what I had for breakfast this morning. Like everything's moving so fast. Like we'll get there eventually.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Okay, I'm obsessed with, like, macaroons. Do you know what those are? Like, the little...
Yeah.
Yeah, what? I don't know. I just, like, love them so much.
Where did that come from?
Where did macaroons come from?
No, why do you like macaroons? I mean, did you get slipped one and you went, ooh, this is really cool? Or
I don't know. Okay, well, I really like eating cute foods.
Cute foods. I mean, it just has to look good. Yeah, I see a theme here. Yeah, the color got our right color scheme. The food has to look just right. You could be a chef because it has to look right. Seriously though, right?
No, okay, but
makes a big deal.
Like, I mean, that's like the appealing factor. But then they taste fabulous, and I don't know. They're just like my happy food. Like all the time, whenever I'm sad or like
happy food.
What? They make me happy. I enjoy macaroons. All the time whenever I'm, like, having a bad day or something, my friends are like, you should go get yourself a macaroon. I'm like, I know, guys. That's what I need right now. And all the places are like, oh, yeah, these are, like, imported from France. I'm like, it's good. Put them in. I'm like, that's what I want. Yeah, so that's my go-to.
Macaroons. What about real food? That's like a dessert.
Yeah, I guess that is like a dessert.
Peyton already told me. She had her dessert. Yeah, but what's a real food?
Peyton named a dessert too.
Yeah, I think it was a pecan pie that had dark chocolate.
Oh yeah, she's obsessed with pie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every single place we go, she's like, "We gotta get that pie," and I'm like, "Why do you like pie so much?" I don't see the draw. I don't know. Like, what? if I could, I would see macaroons all the time.
You don't crave anything. You don't crave pizza or pasta or rice or
Chick-fil-A. That's like my favorite place.
Chick-fil-A.
That's a good. That's like a great food group. Chick-fil-A. It's its own thing.
In Texas, it is. It's fried chicken. Okay, yeah, that's a major food group. Check the box.
Yeah, no, Chick-fil-A is always my favorite.
Well, it's quick. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of meals where you have to eat on the go because you have so many things, like just kind of coordinate schedules?
Actually, whenever, like the year we did Tuts, yeah. I was also doing like choir and gymnastics, like everything that exact same year. And so I remember I hated Tuesdays. Tuesdays were the worst because right after school we'd go to choir and I'd be like, I'm so tired, I just want to sleep. And then right after choir we'd go to gymnastics. And so I'd eat like a pre-dinner.
Yep.
Like just like some sort of snack or something. And I mean, my mom had to be like on it, man, because she like had like the pre-dinner plan, the actual dinner plan. So then I would like go to gymnastics and then like leave 15 minutes early and go down to take my tap class. And we had this truck, we called it the Tutsmobile. Yeah, that's where we'd have like all of our meals. And I remember it was like my
Tuts truck.
Yeah, in the Tutsmobile, like.
And what were they good at?
On the way to Tuts. I mean, I remember, like, one day, it was, like, my birthday, and it ended up being on a Tuesday, and I was like, are you kidding me? But, like, Tuesdays are the worst days. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I remember my mom made, like, the best thing in the little thermos or something. So, like, we had a lot of meals on the go like that. But, I mean, my mom's good at that kind of stuff, like, super mom, like, all kinds of stuff quickly. So, yeah, that was that entire year because I know, like, my mom didn't get a break because that entire week, it was, like, Parker goes Monday, Tuesday, I go Tuesday, Wednesday, Peyton goes Wednesday, Thursday, and we all go Friday for like JTF practice. So, yeah, that was a crazy year. And we like took a step back from that, and we were like, okay, regroup.
So it's still too early for college, but do you still want to do something in acting and dancing, or do you want to do something else, and then this will just be a hobby?
I don't know yet. I don't know, like, what sort of things I want to do with my life. I mean, I know I want to, like, keep doing this sort of thing because it's sort of like an outlet, like, I mean, everything that's going on. I know, like, I have Remix During the Day, which is, like, our elite ballet jazz thing. I have my Tiger Girls at school. But that's, like, it's in rotating periods, but every single time I get to Remix, I'm like, oh, like, done. Don't have to think. Dance. So it's definitely, like, an outlet for me to just, like, forget about everything for a while, so definitely want to keep that around. Because, I mean, some people do yoga, like, and do dance. You know what I mean? It's just sort of way to get away. But, yeah, so I don't know if that means, like, professionally or, like, whatever. I mean, I always want to be on Dancing with the Stars. Always. That's a lifelong dream, like. And, I mean, like, as a professional or as a star, like, who knows? But
hey, you're still on either way. Right.
No, Val, if you're watching this. Because I know you are. I know you're staying tuned to it. But yeah, Dancing with the Stars is my favorite. But I don't know, like, maybe as, like, a minor and then doing something else, like, just as long as I keep it around, so, yeah.
Well, I know we're getting ready for a show. We got a lot of people waiting out there. Thank you so much for you guys coming out this way. I know it's been I hope you've had a good summer.
Yeah, been great, yeah.
If heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
Well, that's a big question. I guess to say that he's proud of me. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I did a good job. I mean, that I used, like, what he gave me to work with, to do something good. I mean, I always think that, like, if you go through a day and you didn't make, like, one person's day better, or, like, one person, like, smile or feel happy, like, people are always like, how are you so, like, energized? I'm like, do you think that I wake up in the morning and I'm like, let's do this, you know? Like, I mean, we all, like, drag ourselves out of bed, but at the end of the day, like, just coming in and, like, making someone smile, making someone's day sort of thing, like, if you didn't do that at least once, it was, like, worse than a wasted day, like, shouldn't have even happened, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, I guess to say that, like...
Okay, I'm going back to bed.
Like, we're done. It's not gonna work out for us today.
And they'll slip you a macaroon.
Yeah. They'll slip in the macaroon.
You haven't tasted macaroon till you've tasted this one.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah, to say that, like, I did a good job spreading his love, like, his name, like, wherever I went.
Yeah. Paige, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for interviewing.